Choosing paper or plastic packaging has become a global debate since extensive plastic use has come under scrutiny in recent years. Packaging solutions have seen an influx of paper-based alternatives, each heralded as a more sustainable option that doesn't negate practicality. But is this really the case? What are the pros and cons of both? Let's start with some simple truths. Plastic packaging became the norm because it was cheap, prevented products from spoiling for longer, and was in most cases lightweight. Combined, these attractive qualities are a recipe for commercial success. However, there was a significant cost to the environment. Over the decades, the world has witnessed an alarming accumulation of plastic waste. According to scientific studies, over 400 million tons of plastic are produced annually, with only 9% being recycled. The rest ends up in landfills, oceans, and ecosystems, where it can persist for centuries without decomposing. The result is severe harm to wildlife, such as marine animals mistakenly ingesting plastic and microplastics infiltrating the food chain, potentially threatening human health. Plastic production also contributes significantly to carbon emissions, further exacerbating climate change. However, it's crucial to ask, is paper packaging the perfect alternative, while it's widely considered more biodegradable? The production of paper also comes with environmental costs, such as deforestation and significant water and energy usage. Therefore, understanding the trade-offs between plastic and paper is vital to determine the most sustainable packaging option. Next, we will delve deeper into this question.
The main reason for the massive use of plastic today is that it has become an essential part of our lives. For people, plastic products are light in weight, small inside, and easy to carry and use. For example, the plastic bag is small after folding. Whether it is going to supermarket shopping or packing food for dining out, it can be easily to put into bag or pocket, and can be taken out and used at any times when needed. Plastic bottled drinks are light and easy to carry, and people are more inclined to use plastic bottles when they going out. For factories, plastic products are cheap and easy to store. The raw materials cost of plastic products is low. The production process is mature, so the production cost is relatively low. The light weight of plastic products reduce transportation costs, and the storm conditions are relatively loose, suitable for long-term storm. In addition, another important reason is that through the development of science and technology, the reuse and recycling of plastic are now greatly improved. Many plastic products can be used multiple times as long as they are cleaned, which greatly reduces the waste of resources. Many plastic products can be recycled and processed to achieve the recycling of resources and facilitate the realization of environmental production requirements.
Plastic's durability, once seen as a marvel, has turned into its greatest challenge. It takes hundreds of years to decompose, leading to persistent pollution in landfills, rivers, and oceans. microplastics have infiltrated ecosystems, harming marine life and even entering the food chain. Plastic production also heavily relies on fossil fuels, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. On the other hand, paper, often seen as an eco-friendly alternative, also comes with its share of environmental costs. The production process is resource-intensive, requiring large amounts of water and energy. Deforestation to meet paper demand leads to habitat destruction, biodiversity loss, and increased carbon emissions. While paper is biodegradable, improper disposal can still create waste problems. On the economic front, the cost of managing waste by recycling plastic and paper is a burden for many municipalities. Besides, developing effective waste management systems requires significant investment, particularly in countries with limited infrastructure. Socially, the impacts are complex. Improper waste disposal disproportionately affects marginalized communities, leading to health hazards from polluted water and air. If we fail to address these impacts, the long-term consequences could be dire. The continued use of unsustainable packaging practices will exacerbate climate change, deplete natural resources, and harm global biodiversity. Hence, the impacts of plastic and paper packaging extend far beyond their immediate use.
Hey everyone, today I want to talk about whether plastic or paper wrapping is better. Both have their good and bad sides, but instead of focusing on just one, it's more important for us to look at how we can reduce waste and make better choices overall. Let's start with the basics. Using less wrapping in general. One simple way is by bringing our bags when we go shopping. This can replace both plastic and paper bags. Think about how much waste we could avoid if everyone made this small change. Next, let's talk about recycling. Both plastic and paper can be recycled, but here's the problem. Recycling isn't as simple as it sounds. A lot of plastic we use doesn't end up being recycled because it's too dirty, but facilities are not available. Paper is easier to recycle, but it uses a lot of water in the process. To make recycling more difficult, we need better systems, more recycling centers, and easily access for everyone. If communities and governments work together to improve recycling, it would make a huge difference. Finally, we need to look up for greener materials. For example, biodegradable wrapping is a great option. It breaks down much faster than regular plastic and it is less harmful to the environment. In conclusion, solving the wrapping problem isn't just about choosing between plastic or paper. It's about reducing what we use, recycling as much as we can, and looking for better alternatives. It's small attention, whether it brings a resource back or choosing friendly products, adds up to big impact. Together, we can take these steps to protect our planet for future. Thanks for listening.
To effectively promote the use of these alternatives, a multi-pronged approach is needed. This includes governments, regulations to limit the use of non-degradable plastic bags, public awareness campaigns to educate customers about the environmental benefits of degradable plastic bags and paper bags, and incentives for business to switch to these eco-friendly packing options. In conclusion, the widespread adoption of degradable plastic bags and paper bags is an essential step in the fight against environmental pollution. By making these choices, we can reduce plastic waste, conserve natural resources, and contribute a more sustainable future.